But people's emotions are unpredictable and we want results. I hear that a lot from people. In fact, I had a client I was coaching once and she would be talking about this and she thought, I'll go try and, eat with the team because I'm trying to connect with the team, casual, relational. And so she joined them once for lunch and then one by one, they just began making excuses. Suddenly the conversation that they were having sort of toned down and then slowly people began politely exiting, going back up, hey, I have something I gotta finish up and, that kind of thing. And so later she came back to me and she said, I don't think this stuff you're telling me works because I tried it and I don't think it's working for me. But let me offer a different lens here. I think the real issue isn't that emotions are unpredictable. I think it's that we've grown up in systems that say leave emotions out of it, as if logic alone drives performance. But the science tells us something else entirely. Emotions are always in the room, whether we're being focused, even when we're being disciplined, when we think we're being, efficient, emotions are what is shaping what's happening underneath. And as Tony Robbins likes to say, great leaders are those who can move themselves and others to action because they understand the invisible forces that shape us. Now, what are those invisible forces? I think affective science, which is basically the study of emotion and how it influences behavior, is really a key part in that. So the truth is there is a science to it. Emotions aren't as chaotic as we've made them to be. People can be studied, patterns can be learned. I think the problem isn't the unpredictability of people, it's our lack of understanding of how emotions work. In motivation, in trust, in performance, in decision making, in all of that. And so what do I say to somebody who's struggling with this? I say, don't treat emotion like a variable that you have to avoid. So learn the science, apply the art. When you lead with the right emotional signals and you do it consistently, results follow. And I think consistency is part of this science, it's part of these keys to get this idea to work. Over time, the idea is that emotions govern respond to persistent signals, not one-time gestures. If you take a human approach and you hit a wall, it doesn't mean it didn't work. It just means your team hasn't believed that you mean it yet. It's like going to the gym once and expecting abs. It's not about intensity, it's about intentionality and consistency. Leadership isn't an event, it's a rhythm. And I'd say emotion is the bit that makes it work.